So in this video, I will explain how you can fill out a fee waiver. So if you're filing an unlawful detainer answer, the court charges $225. So if you need assistance or cannot make the payment, go ahead and file a fee waiver. So if your fee waiver is granted, then you don't have to pay anything. But if your fee waiver is rejected, then you could go ahead and file and ask for a court hearing to see if they could approve your fee waiver. If it's rejected, we'll mail you a notice saying that you have 10 days to pay the court fees. So the first thing you need to do is fill in the court's information. Do that in this text box here. After you put the court's address, you need to put in your information in number 1. So you put your name here. And then you need to put your address or a mailing address. The address that you put here needs to be an address that you can receive mail, because the court's going to be mailing you a FW003, and that document will tell you whether your fee waiver was granted or not. So you need to put your address here. And then you want to put a city, state, and zip code as well. And then put your phone number here. After you put in your information, you need to put your employment information. So you put your job title here. So I'll say I'm a paralegal. Type that here. And then put your name of employer, which will be Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles. And then you need to put your work address. So mine would be 1550 West 8th Street, Los Angeles, California, 90017. So after you put your job information, you need to put a case number. And if you don't know your case number, you can find this on the summons or complaint. So just make sure they match. Otherwise, the court might reject your fee waiver for having the wrong case number. So put your case number here. And below your case number, you're going to write your case name. So the case name will be the plaintiff versus the defendant, which is going to be you. So here it's going to be plaintiff, the defendant. And then go ahead and move on to number 3. So number 3 will be filled out for you because you're using our packet. Same thing with number 4, so you don't have to worry about those. And move on to number 5. And number 5 is where you tell the court why you need your court fees to be waived. So in 5, you can either check A, B, or C. Go ahead and check A if you receive government assistance. So if you receive medical or food stamps, then check A and then check the ones that you receive. If you don't receive anything, then go to B. Now in B, you need to compare your family size to your family income. So match your family size to the family income in the chart. If your family income is higher than what's listed in the chart, then don't mark B and move on to C. And then if you're going to check C, you want to mark all the boxes under C. So it'll be waive all court fees and costs, let me make payments over time, and waive some of the court fees. And that's it for number 5. And go ahead and move on to number 6. So on number 6 here, all you have to do is put a date that you're filing your fee waiver. So I'll say that I'm filing my fee waiver on March 24th, 2020. And that's it. And then you'll see that you have to sign your fee waiver here. So the PDF won't let you sign it. You're going to have to print the fee waiver out and then sign it afterwards. So just keep that in mind. Then go ahead and move on to page 2 of the fee waiver. So the most important part on page 2 is this top paragraph here. So this paragraph is telling you how much information you need to disclose to the court. So if you checked A and 5, then you don't have to worry about this. But if you check B, you're going to have to answer 7, 8, and 9. And then if you check C, you're going to have to complete the back of the form. So move on to number 7. And number 7, you would check it if your income changes a lot from month to month. If not, go ahead and skip it. And number 8 here, you're going to have to list all your sources of income and how much money you get from that source of income. So you put sources of income here. and then how much money you get here. So you need to put an amount here. I'm just going to put $100 for the purposes of this video, and then you list all your sources here. Then put amounts here. If you only have one, then put these zeros. $8B, all you have to do is add up all how much money you get from all your sources of income. Then move on to 9, and now in number 9, it's asking you to list all the people that financially depend on you or that you financially support. So this is where you put their names. You're going to have to put their age, relationship to you, and then their monthly income here. So once you've listed everybody that you could list in number 9, the PDF will add all of their monthly incomes and put the amounts here. This line below here, the PDF will add your monthly income with your household income, and that will be the total household income. And that's number 9. So go ahead and move on to 10. So in 10A, it's asking if you have any cash with you. So if you don't have any cash with you, then that's fine. Just put 0. Just leave this as 0 here. But if you do, then put the amount here. And then B, you need to list the bank that you have an account with. So you just have to put the bank name here. So bank name here. And here it's going to be how much money you have in that account. If you don't have a bank account, then you could leave this blank and leave this as 0 here. And then move on to 10C, which is asking about any cars or vehicles that you own. So here you just have to put the make and the year. And then you're going to list the fair market value. So if you don't know the fair market value or you're not sure, you could look it up online, or you could just think about if you had to sell your car, how much would you be willing to sell it for? And then just list that amount here. So if you're making car payments, then you list how much you still owe for the car. If you've completely paid off the car, then leave it at 0. And then if you have any other cars, then you want to list those as well here. Then move on to D. And then D is asking if you own any real estate. If you don't own any real estate, then leave these blank and that's zeros. And move on to E. And E is just asking for the value of your personal property. So you're going to list them here. You're going to put the fair market value and then how much you owe if you're making payments on some of your personal property. If not, then leave it blank and move on to number 11. So number 11, it's asking for your monthly expenses. So just go through this list here and enter the amounts here. If the expenses listed here don't apply to you, then just leave it at 0 and move on to the next. And then once you've entered all your expenses, the PDF will automatically add them up for you right in this box here. And then same thing like in number 9, you want to make sure that the amount listed here is correct. So after you do that, move on to the next page. So this is the FW003, in which I said that the court will let you know if your fee waiver was granted or not. So you don't have to do much on the FW003 because the PDF will just self-populate this form from the information that you put on the fee waiver. But you still want to make sure that everything here is correct. So you want to look at this information here that this is correct. If it is correct, then you're done with your fee waiver. And then you just have to print it out, and remember you still have to sign your fee waiver. And that ends the video.